want to thank all of our distinguished guests that are here today, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, the Secretary of the Secretary Austin, the Secretary of State, the Secretary of the military behind me.
Joe, is this as simple as a commander-in-chief problem? We have a dementia-riddled old man who can't speak, can't remember anybody's name, and that's the reason this is rotting, or is the rot deeper?
The rot's much deeper. It's way too easy to give Biden a pass and just say like, oh, he's an old man of dementia. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's Sleepy Joe. Yeah, I mean, that factors when you're talking about a press conference. However, at the end of the day, Joe Biden is a career politician, 50 years in government. He has been in the back pocket of the Chinese Communist Party now for decades, going back to when he was on the Foreign Relations Committee in the Senate. The Hunter Biden laptop is very real. It speaks for itself. It shows the level of compromise that the Chinese Communist Party has on Biden, not to mention oligarchs in Ukraine. So this is a deeply corrupt person who, at the end of the day, him and the vast majority of the people on his national security team, they don't believe there's anything exceptional about America. I don't think there's any kind of secret cabal of globalists plotting against us. What's even more dangerous is this mentality that, hey, this expert class of corporatists should be in charge of everything, and we'd be much better off having closer relations with people in Brussels than we would be having relations with people in, East Palestine, Ohio.
Joe, what are you hearing from the hardcore types who are still in? Because there are many, many great men and women still in the United States military. They want the right things. They're there for the right reasons. But if your emails look anything like my emails, they're not going to be in very much longer. Jesse, I'm getting out. Jesse, I'm getting out. Jesse, I'm getting out. Now my son's not joining. Jesse, I'm hearing a lot of this. Are you hearing this?
I'm hearing the exact same thing, unfortunately, and it's very dangerous because, like I said, I mean, these guys, they're the ones who really bore the burden of 20 years of constant combat, and we need these guys to stay in and bring up the next generation of soldiers. And the vast majority of them, if they haven't already gotten out, they're going to do the bare minimum until they can get their retirement, and then they're going to get the heck out of the military, which is dangerous if you look at how the recruiting's going, because we're not able to put folks into the military to fill those gaps. So I think it's incredible, especially with Joe Biden taking us, ever so close to a kinetic war with Russia and Ukraine.
Joe, fix it for me. Joe Kent is a dictator for a year. How do we fix America's military? We love our military. We're proud of it. We're used to being number one. We don't want to watch this rot happen. What fixes this?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, the vaccine mandate, it's good that we got rid of it, but we need to bring back everybody who was kicked out, make them whole again, give them back their rank, give them back pay. That's number one. And then get rid of all this woke nonsense. And that's easier said than done because it's so deeply ingrained. I think we need to remake our officer corps. We need to start bringing in a lot more guys from the enlisted ranks to become officers so we can cut the university indoctrination system out of how we groom our military leaders. And from there, we need a foreign policy that is America first. We don't need to have a combat division plus sitting over in Poland, sending the vast majority of our military resources into Ukraine for a conflict that we don't need, that we don't benefit from, that we'll only lose in. We need to get very serious about restoring economic dominance and really getting back to being energy dominant. Once again, energy independent, energy dominant. But really, at the end of the day, it's like you said in that opening clip with Tucker, our military has one purpose, and that is to kill people and to break things. The second they start trying to do anything else, they are veering into a very dangerous area that makes our country less safe. We have to get back to just war fighting as far as our military goes.
Support the First TV today and get instant access to exclusive specials like Who is Ron DeSantis, the history of FBI scandals, and America's worst presidents. Visit thefirsttv.com/support or download the First TV app to become a supporter and start watching today.